Hi everybody. So I decided to get back to my English poker channel. So the plan is to make a hand session review, a hand history review like this one, and give you my technical understanding on how I do navigate the spots. My approach to poker is very technical. Of course, I've done a lot of MDA, a lot of hand exploiting, yada 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 throughout the years. But now I'm in a place that I want to enjoy poker from a very technical standpoint. Of course, I can deviate sometimes, but that's not the aim of my poker activity. I want to find fulfillment and enjoyment throughout being really good technically. Of course, there's some room for some exploits, but that's not the main focus. Of course, if we're playing versus recreationals, we're gonna go for the max exploitative possible strategy. So without further ado, we're going to start. I said I like the technical approach, and the very first hand is not very quote unquote technical. Anyway, so we open in early position, we get a call from a recreational player, and the regular comes along. So I decided to check. This is a board. 10 high board is the best for the button. However, the recreational range is gonna hit pretty nicely this board, and they tend to stop very often. So I think checking has more EV than betting. And now the interesting part happens. He goes for a check rate that is nearly half the recreational. If this guy was ever to have a very strong hand, I think he would be very inclined to slow play it. Okay, so he can trap me if he does slow play, but when he raises, I think his range looks like hands that are happy to play for these 30 big blinds and are very happy to get me off the pot. So I'm going to discount the very strong part of his range, which is going to be a very big portion of top two, some strong portion of 9-9. It could, of course, squeeze it, and deuce. Okay, some is gonna have a lot of draws, in my opinion, here. Or maybe a hand like Jack 10, he wants to know where he stands, he's happy to make me fall over cards or whatever, right? It could merge a little bit. Anyway, so what I did is to go and 3-bet him. This is gonna give me a ton of information, and I'm achieving the same he wants to achieve, right? I simplify my decisions, I get a lot of information from him, and I play the spot versus him and with a lot of clarity. They both call, and now I hit the dream card. And now he goes ahead and donks all in on me. It's the same logic. If he ever had like a Jack 10 or something, I don't think he would ever jam here. So, of course, I'm going to call. The recreational calls too. And what do they have? They have this combo draws type of hand. Let me know in the comments what you think about this hand and my logic versus the regular. This is anyway when there's a recreational mixed in the pot, is very exploitative spot anyways. So on this hand I open king 8 and I get 3-bet by a regular, and the flop comes 6-9-7. Now I'm experimenting a little bit with betting. I'm experimenting a little bit with betting 40%. You're gonna see the develop of the hand. So let me just type in the settings, the board 6-9-7. Right. Okay, so here we are. Let me display it in a very nicely way. So that's the board. I remember he checked. Let's see the play. and I went for 40%. I don't. I think it's allowed. We're gonna see it with the. Yeah, it goes for a very small bet. However, 40% I think is allowed. So it's gonna decrease. Look at it. And king eight is gonna be in the mix. Okay, when it comes to pure bets, there's no pure bets on my study range. Anyway, so he calls, right? In my eyes, what does his check calling range looks like? He's gonna have a portion of over pairs, right? So he could very easily have aces in his range. He could have a portion of kings, portion of queens. I mean, tens, jacks, and queens are going to check raise a lot of the time. They want to put a lot of money in there, and some draws with backdoors and some merges. I believe is going to have. And when it comes to his high card region, he's gonna have a portion of ace king, ace queens themselves. Take a look at that. So he checks, I bet, and let's see what his range looks like. If it's fast playing here, right? Check calling ace is a portion of queens, and this is fast playing the rest of them, right? So anyway, I said it's gonna check raise and combo draws with nice backdoors, high card properties. The nine merging a little bit. I think 8-7 could be a merge type of thing for him. I'm not folding better hands, but I'm folding like nice equity hands and calling worse. For sure, it's kind of a merge play. So let's take a look at his check calling range. Gonna call. I think he's gonna fast play some of them anyway. So I bet he calls and the jack falls. I don't think he's gonna have many jack X. My range is still intact with a lot of sets, two pairs, and very strong draws like this one. And he decides to check call. At this point, is has a lot of how can I say showdown will. I don't know in English. So it's not gonna have like high guard, naked high guards. It's gonna have some ace slow playing for sure. A little portion of king. That, but I'm some pair plus draw type of hands for sure. So that's what I'm facing in practice. He calls and then the jack falls out. He could also donk here, so I should be a little bit more. So how the ranges are played here, I think king eight is going to be bet more often. I'm gonna fold out all the time ace king, ace queen that he could have. Okay, and then that's a great victory. Great victory. Yeah. So equals, and the drink card falls. So of course checks, go all in, and then I face a goal, and he calls me with ace five. Okay, so I don't think he played well his hand is like a very strong draw that is going to fold me out. He doesn't have showdown value, and he can fold better hands. Let's see if he goes all in here with ace five. I'm going to be folding not flush draws, which well is blocking that, but some very good equity hands. Let me check the equities here. So I'm folding this type of look 10-10. I'm folding out king jack, a little portion of it as well. These are static pairs that are doing very badly versus his check shoving range. And what I said, if he ever to slow play a little bit the king, he's going to check raise it, the aces as well without the diamonds. Okay, like top vulnerable value from him. This is a very interesting hand. In my view, I think when it comes to sizings and frequencies is okay. I think I know what I'm achieving on the flop. If I bet I'm gonna fold out better hands already, I think that's good. I don't think it's going to find many races here. Never ever. So that increases my betting EV. And then when the jack comes, I think I have so much clarity about his range. It's not raising nearly ever enough hands, even though his preferred range is going to be more linear. Um, and that's pretty much it. He should have for sure check push the ace-5. So what does this hand tell me about the opponent that I already know is kind of on the passive side? That he's playing what he sees. He's more on the absolute value part of the his poker game. He doesn't play very well uh, relative value, right? So if doesn't play very well relative value, maybe he's psychologically biased. Okay, he plays for emotion, um, and his psychological configuration. Okay, the negative part takes the best of him, and yeah, he's gonna play much more linear, straightforward type of game, which leads to exploits, right? I said I'm very technical, of course, but when you do know the technical logic and mechanics of the game, you're gonna be able to execute a higher EV game, okay? Exploiting slightly with some very good properties. If you know when it comes to strategy development. Anyway, so let's take a look at this hand. I don't know whether this is going to be interesting or not. Same logic. Of course, call for bet, I get called. And yeah, of course, this is a very good board for me. I go for the small c bet. And now the interesting part is here. So we have a bluff, the aim of the bluff is to fold out better hands. Okay. Now, I have a lot of equity. This is a rare spot, so we can forget a little bit about the technical side. So if he has a hand like 9 9 10 10 that he didn't want to go all in with, if we push here, are we folding them out? Is he a better bluff go all in here with the equity? And when it comes to blocker properties, if we go for the bet line, we are blocking the folding range. So if we push here, the thing is, are we folding out better? So we're gonna take a look at the solver and find out whether I went all in here. As a simplification, I'm taking all the EV, you have overcard, a very strong draw, plus am I folding out better hands? Let's find out. So this is going to be, let me do the setting here again. Solutions, 100 biggies. So the bottom opens, small blind. Yep, goes for it, and then I, of course, yada yada yada, equals, right? And the board was king 7 6. Checking. Of course, I'm gonna be betting. Okay, let's take it the 25 here, equals, and then the 5 rolls off, and here we are. Okay, is the solver pushing slightly? Okay, so look at it, it's pushing a little bit the ace jack. Okay, so if we ever shove it here, are we folding out better hands? A portion of eights is going to fold. Are we doing well? 9 10s, ace queen. So those are enough better hands that are going to fall, and I don't think it's gonna have like this portion, the king 7, king 6, king 9. So there's nothing we can do. I think he's folding out a6 if he ever had it. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a great result, and as we can see, the solver does like shoving sometimes with the ace jack specifically of diamonds. So I think it's okay hand. Let's see, we have more hands here. We're gonna see one more to not to make it too long this video. It's a presentation, getting back to it. So I 3-bet versus, again, I what I consider a passive regular. So in this time I rolled a call with the aces, very standard. And a jack 5-3 is going to have the range advantage. He can bet his whole range for the small size. All fine here. I make the call, and the 5 rolls off. He checks, and now I have to make a decision. Okay, is he? I do need to develop some trapping range here. I think this combo is a good candidate because of the ace of diamonds, and my reasoning is the same as following. This guy is not going to thin value bet enough, so if he ever had like pocket tens, he's not gonna put more money himself, but he could bluff catch me. If he ever slow plays me like king, king, queen, queen, or went for the check raise type of thing, I'm gonna get the money anyway. He might put some extra money with bluffs. I don't think this guy is going to bluff enough, but he is adding a little bit of the trapping EV. So I think he's not gonna put enough money himself, but trapping, I think I could give him the chance to put a little bit of more extra money. Again, if the queen rolls off, the king rolls off, I mean, he can hit a strong hand and get all this money anyway. So I think trapping makes a lot of sense. He retains at least all the EV I think I could get from him. Maybe I think it could even add me a little bit extra. This is a regular I play nearly every day versus him. He's been around this side forever. Yeah, and now all I have to do is to go all in, of course, and it shows a very surprising hand, like Queen Jack 10 in these positions. Let's check. Let's check this hand here. So this 4-bet pot is going to be high AP or like this. 4-bet, good. Jack 5-3. Jack 5-3. Of course, he bets the entire range, blah blah blah. We call with our aces. Okay. The 5 comes into play. Now he has a lot of checking. He's asking to get the jack then. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I don't know if I have it in my ranges. I need to check them. How was the? Let me check. Preflop. UTG. Okay, a tiny fraction is. I mean, you can even fold it. So he checks, and now with my aces, if I ever want to travel with the ace of diamonds, of course, the solver is gonna make perfect plays. Okay, because I have the ace of hearts. Anyway, I don't think it matters too much in practice. So check, check. Now the 3. Is he ever betting? He should implement some thin value along with bluffs. If he checks, of course, we go all in here. And it's standard play for him. Anyway, So this is what I have. I had a few more hands. Let me know in the comments if you like the video. I'll do some live plays as well. And I think, yeah, yes, this is the what I like to share by now in this um, in this channel.